Hello and welcome. This is RLH, this is F1, this is C3, and this is round 2, and we're here live from Barcelona, where it's raining. First of all, Phil, if you're watching, have a good holiday in Turkey. Let's hope your teammate Lurch, who's coming out of the pit now, is going to make you proud. This is round 2, as I said before. It should have been round 3, but we had, well, basically it was Codemasters. It had some connection issues with the service 2 weeks ago, so round 1 was skipped and will be raced in about 6 weeks from now when we're supposed to have a break week. But we're gonna race. The race in Austria will be held. Right, so we have supposed to have rain during quali, but a dry race, so that's interesting. And it seems like who is out on track on first? Oh, Floricello has spun. And who is going on a hot lap soon? Well, Florian is having trouble as well. It's Marius Daniel on a hot lap. So let's follow him. One of the many Romanian drivers in C3. And recently we added another Romanian driver, MNT Alexandru. Welcome. That brings the total of Romanian drivers at 5 in just C3. We have over 20 in all of RLH. It's a big group. Marius in Sector 2. And who's the Haas driver ahead of him? No. Back to Marius Daniel. In the Alfa Romeo. Will probably be the first one to time, or who is ahead of him? Oh, it's Atomic in the other Alfa car. It's Atomic who made quite an impression in pre-season race in Australia, where he was probably the best and fastest driver, but crashed on the last lap of the race because he had a flat tire. And it's Billy in P2 so far, Floricello P3, Marius Daniel in P4. Alright, who's the next one to set a lap? It's Bosmont in the Mercedes. Well, Ricker has set a time, Alexander set a time, as well Florian, and both of them must have made a mistake. Oh! Bosmont's losing it there. Nearly kept the car on track. That's probably not going to be a very good time. Let's follow Lurch here, who had his first lap denied, or better said, invalidated. In the pink Mercedes, his teammate Phil missing on a holiday. Vin's very slippery on track. Lurch working his ass off to keep his car on track, not spinning. And oh, see, he nearly loses the rear of the car. Meanwhile, Matchup into P2. And it's lurching P7. So, oh, it's Florian improving into P1. Well, Florian made quite an impression so far in the season. Although it's only been one race, but he was good in pre-season. And was 5th last week in the first race of the season. But with Ben Ibn missing today, we're probably going to have a new championship leader since Ben won last week. We're kind of 10th this week. And number 2 in the standings is Ahmed, who's so far slowest. Well, Maggots just set a time in just P14. The only one not setting a time yet is Billy Misu. Well, Zatomic improves and gets to pole again. Billy Misu into P13. So everyone has set a time. Let's see. Ahmed set a good time now from P16 to P3. Let's see if he can improve even more. Nope, it's down 7/10. Is it Tomic? Is he doing another lap or is he on his way? No, he's on his way in. Who is out on track? It's Ben like Donkey. Well, not really improving, still P13. Maggot is improving, and so he should be. Just 15 out of 16. And if I have to predict a pole sitter today, it will be the man who is on pole now. And if you ask me why, well, it's because he's one of the best qualifiers there is in RLH. He's already had 11 pole positions. And that puts him in the all-time list top 10. P9 with 11 pole positions, with the all-time leader Wesley having 26. However, he's not always converting them to race wins since he only has 4 wins so far. Alright, let's see Marius Daniel, who did improve. Track doesn't seem to be drying up yet. Oh, mistake by Makada. Nearly loses it. Just in the grass and his lap's over. That's still only 14th. And Florian, can he improve? Can he get pole? Oh! So Atomic retires. Makes a mistake. Can't see what happened, but he's out. So he can't improve this time. So let's see what Florian can do. Nearly loses the back of his car. Is 2/10 up. So if he manages to improve just a little in the final sector, he could have pole. Well, meanwhile, it's Billy has moved up into P4. And it's Valericello who gets pole. So let's see what Florian can do. No, pole on sector didn't improve. Valericello on pole now. Who else is on a hot lap? Alright. Ahmet, who has purple in sector 1. Ahmet, one of the faster drivers in C3. Right. Ahmet has improved it, Paul, and I was distracted for a second because there were some people asking why there's no sound. There's sound of my voice, but no sound of the game itself. It's a bug in the game, and it might return later. So that's nothing to do with my settings or the game settings. It just sometimes the game sound disappears, and hopefully it will come back. I had it a few days ago and did come back after a while. So let's hope we have engine sound soon. And if I may guess, it will probably return after the qualifying session. Right, Ahmet coming in. We have 3 minutes 40 seconds to go. Just spoke to Atomic really short. He lost it on the last corner. He's just a bit too much curb. Let's see what Florian can do. Can he improve and get to pole? Oh, he improves his time, but is still 9/10 away from Ahmet's time and stays in P4. So far we have some surprises. Valericello doing very well P2. Oh, Bosman's improved to P5. This is where we expect him to be. Billy is surprised doing this well in P6, although we all know he can be quick, but hasn't showed that much so far this year. Alexander, the new driver in C3, doing fine, P7. Matchup so far a bit disappointing in P8. Was very, very promising in pre-season. But still can't get his perfect lap together. He's just a little bit quicker now, but not enough to really make a jump. It needs at least 3/10 just to move one place up. Nope. Matchup stays in 8. Right, let's see who is on a good lap. Florian keeps out, but is still not improving. Alright, Bosmot's coming in. Billy in the final sector, but is down on his time. No, not on the final sector yet. He's down on his time. Where is he? Yeah, I have a second. Let's see what Alexandra can do. Well, there's yellow sector 1. Nope, slower. See, it seems the track is not drying up. It's actually getting worse, and people are hardly improving all the time. There is Danielle, and validates this time with nearly all drives on track, except for Vlaricello. Well, he's on track, but he's on his out lap. Bosmot's in a pit, and Satomic has crashed. So, back at returning. And very disappointing so far. Lurch. Lurch, you do know Phil is either listening on corner, watch back later, so... Oh, I was gonna say make him proud, but this is not really what I meant. Alright. Lurch crashes off and will start from P16, and I've seen him practicing earlier today, and he did well. So... let's see he has a better race than his qualifying. Well, meanwhile, Floricello also retired. And time is up. So only drivers who are in a hot lap now can finish their lap. Jeff retires. And maybe a bit too much to say, but do not retire on track, drivers. It will get you a penalty if reported. Florian off track, so he's not getting improvement. Who is... Alexandru might improve. P7 for now. Can he improve? Oh, seems to go very slow. Nope. No improvement by him. Anyone on the lap? No. Jeff retired. Billy is in pit. Lurch. Well, we'll see what happens to Lurch. So, there we have it. I'm at on pole. And by quite a margin. 6/10 to Vlaricello, Florian, and Zatomic on second row. Bosmans and Billy in P5 and 6. Alexandru, Marius, Danielle in P7 and 8. Andre Ivan P9. Rika in P10. Matchup, bit disappointing actually. P11, Maggot next to him in P12. Then we have Men Like Donkey in P13. Jesse Jav in P14. Billy Misu, P15. And Lurch. Well, maybe is this the curse of Phil going away on a holiday? Maybe. But he's in P16. And let's hope sound returns. Alright, time is now officially over, so we're getting the official results. with Ahmed on pole. Alright, so here we have Ahmed on pole, Flaricello, P2, Florian, Zatomic, Bossmods, Billy, Alexander Mouse, Daniel, Andra, Ivan, Rickard, Matt, Chip, Maggot, Menlight, Donkey, Jesse Jeff, Billy Misu, and Lurch Day. Also, Multirap, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Multirap, RABC. Anyway, has joined a little later, is going to start the race, just missed qualifying, so we still have 17 drivers tonight. So we have missing Brent, Phil, Will Jack, and one more. Ben, of course. Quite some big names there. With a draw race, we're gonna have totally different scenario, and the benefit of qualifying on the intertires is that drivers can choose what tire you're gonna start on, and it's probably faster on a one stop, unless you have crazy pace on the softs or the mediums, or there's a safety car. But what we've seen so far on this game is that safety cars come out a lot less quick than in the 2019 phase. So counting on the safety car is not a safe bet this time. Right, here we have the formation lap, and once again, drivers do not overtake during the formation lap. If reported, again, it could get you a penalty. Oh, and we have sound. Nice. So, well, very welcome. Well, meanwhile, Jesse Jeff is disqualified from this session, probably had contact with another car. And we have quite a lot of viewers. Just saying hi to a few that I see. Ben, Calais, Philip, Brent, Mamba, and Spec, of course. Well, hello, good evening to all of you. It's good to have you watching. Let's hope we can get you exciting race today. The strange thing with just Jeff is that he disqualified on his own. Usually when you have this, you have contact with another car, and both of you are set on the grid immediately, but there's only one car there, so maybe he didn't start at all, or doesn't seem very likely that he hit himself. Alright, here we are, Barcelona, Spain, 33 laps. Probably seeing a lot of different strategies today. Let's see who can have a good start with Ahmed and Flaricello at the front. Red lights on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're out, and off we go. And it seems like Flaricello had a very good start, but Ahmed still keeps the lead, and Florian trying to pass goes a bit wide, but it's Ahmed first into the first corner. And when we look at oh, we have a yellow. We have a yellow. Who is that? Matchup in trouble. Oh, one McLaren in the lead, and the other one is at the back. So Tomic also in trouble. Losing 12 positions, having a bit of contact with Riker there. What a poor start from those three drivers. Riker's Atomic and Matthew back to the lead. Ahmed still in the lead, followed closely by Floricello, but we have another yellow flag, and it seems like Billy Misu also in trouble. Right. Well, we missed that, but Floricello has taken the lead from Ahmed. So the Haas driver is in the lead, ahead of Ahmed, Florian and Alexandru. Can we get a Romanian driver winning today in C3? Right, completing the first lap as first. Yeah, sure, Ahmed had pole, but that different circumstances. And not sure what's going on, but the leaderboard seems a bit screwed up with now showing Billy Misu in the lead. Now it's back. A lot of weird changes, but it seems to be settled now. Well, Sonic is now pitted and is in last and trying to make up for what he's lost. Alright. Well, some weird glitches from the game. It switched the field all over, in my view. But we're back in the lead. Floricello as P1. Ahmed in P2, followed closely by newcomer Alexandru in the Red Bull. And already made it 4 places while Florian lost one. Meanwhile, Floricello improved the last lap again. Bosmot in P5. So looking at it, in the top 6 we have 3 Romanian drivers and 2 Austrian drivers. Well done. Right, yeah, thank you Nika, also hi. Asking to show the tyres, here we are. So we have Alexandru and Marius Daniel actually as the only drivers on the soft tyre, and we know that the soft tyre won't last very long, so they'll probably have to pit pretty early. I'm not sure if that is the right strategy. Rika and Miltra in a battle with each other, the new Renault driver and the Williams driver. That seems to win that battle. Look at the gap from the leader, and Floricello is keeping his gap steady, 1.2 to Ahmed. Oh well, Alexandru just took P2 with that move past Ahmed. We have 2 Romanian drivers in the lead now. And it's Ahmed in P3, followed closely by Florian in P4, so Austria in P4 and 5, and Romania in P1 and P2. Well done, guys. Oh, we have a yellow flag, and who is there? Is it Lurch? Lurch! Lurch, please, you do know Phil is watching. Don't disappoint him. Seems like he spun off and has damage. Well, Jeff must have had a problem too, because he dropped a few paces, and Billy now into P14. Matchup moving his way back up to the field, P13, very close to Miltra. Well, Floricello keeps improving on that fastest lap. Right, back to the lead where Ahmed and Florian are battling with each other. Oh, a good move there. Ahmed on the outside of Alexandru. Oh, wave a spin! It's Florian who spins. Oh, please. Watch it, guys. Watch it. Oh, Florian, please be careful. Does that costed another driver nearly a crash and probably a lot of time. Meanwhile, Matchup moves up to P11. Florian lost a lot of positions all the way down to P15, and it's Flaucello in the lead ahead of Ahmed, Alexandru and Bosmot. Billy quietly moves up to P5 in his AlphaTauri. Flaucello slowly building his gap, and what we'll see soon is from Alexandru and Marius Daniel, both Romanian drivers. Is that your tires? The red softs will probably drop off very soon, and to have to pit within probably 2, 3, maybe 4 laps. And then the question is, what are they going to do? Are they going to go for one stop and go for the hard tire, or are they going to go for 2 stop? And probably do 2 stints, medium. Hertz gets a penalty. Oh, well, and he's off track. Hertz is having a horrible day today. Well, his practice went pretty well, but seems like he can't stand the pressure of being the team leader with Phil not being here. Oh, well, the battle's been like Donkey and Marius Daniel. Alright, the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo fighting each other. And Magic closing in on Andre Ivan. Yeah, opens up with DRS, goes on the out on the right side. Seems like quite an easy pass actually. Oh, Billy retired. Billy, where are you? Oh, the spun in turn 2 and a virtual safety car, so not a full safety car, because that was something probably guys like Atomic, Florian and Ledge would have hoped for. Right. And it's very important now that during the safety car you do not go too fast. It will get you a drive-through penalty. And virtual safety car is still going on. Yeah, Billy, it's a shame. And Billy's pissed, he says. Oh, Andre Ivan has a collision. And Ahmed! Oh, it's the leader! The race leader who is getting a drive-through penalty. And I just warned... No, not the race leader, it was number 2, but one of the race leaders. And that is such a shame, throwing your race away like this. And this gives Larichello a nice gap to Alexandru, who probably soon has to pit. Oh, it's such a... And having a quick look at Matchup, who had quite a poor qualification, also had an incident on the first lap. Was all the way at the back of the field, but is now already back into P8 and chasing down Rijka for P7. Was already up for some good points. Andre Ivan just pitted. Well, we expect Alexandre to pit soon on his soft tyres, as well as Marius Daniel. And as great as it was looking for Romania, just it is now, being 1 and 2. If Alexandre pits, the Austrian drivers, Bosman and men like Donkey, will be in P2 and P3. Slowly building his gap, and it's Marius Daniel who's pitting, and his matchup gonna go for the overtake. Wants to, but is a bit too far behind. Let's go see Marius Daniel. Goes to the medium tire, so he goes for a 2-stop strategy. We'll probably see Alexandre pitting either the next lap or one after that. Meanwhile, Floricello already has a 5-second gap, and Bosmat is closing in on Alexandre, but gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding the track limits. He is within 8 seconds. Oh, Bosmat, be careful. Matchup, Billy Mitu, all getting penalties. And sometimes the races like this get decided by who has the least penalties, so just be careful. Let's see. Yes, Alexandria comes in. Let's see where he comes out on track after his pit stop. Gives P2 to Boss Mods and P3 to Men Like Donkey. So, Maggot, P4, Ricker in P5, and Matchup already up to P6. Don't be surprised if we still see him on the podium again, and how the tables have turned, because after turn 1, lap 1, Ahmed in the McLaren was in the lead and Matchup was in last position. Now, lap 10, Matchup is in P6 and Ahmed is in P7. Due to various circumstances, but still, both still have to pit. And like Donkey picking up the penalty, and it's Matchup that keeps pushing for Riker, while Billy Misu, just a Jeff and Milter up fighting. Let's see if Matchup can make a move now on the long straight. Well, Ricker, well, what makes it harder for Matchup is that Riker also has DRS or Maggot. So those three battling for P4, with Ahmed trying to close the gap. Other battles, Billy Misu right behind Miltera. Just noting that Alexandre, one of the drivers who started on softs, still probably going passes Billy Misu, who makes a mistake. Alexandre is still probably going for a one-stop on the soft and hard strategy, but it means you'll have to do more than, well, probably like 25 laps on the hards, and that has to be careful on the tyres. Going for the pass, good pass on Meltera, back into the points, P9. Right, is it Tomic? Well, Ahmed is improving on fastest lap. Again, Zatomic move his way up the field was off to a poor start by an incident early on. It's very close to Marius Daniel, but both Alphas in P12 and 13 is not where you want to be. Outside the points. Right, back to where the battles are. Mad Chip. Rika and Maggot. And Ahmed closing in. And the question is, are they going to play the team battle? Or the McLaren's going to help each other? Oh, Rika is pitting. So, maybe then they don't have to. Just frees up space for both the McLarens. Oh, Matchip makes a mistake and is off. That rarely happens to him. Oh, he's having damage. Yeah. Getting past but multiple cars. Maybe his tires are dead. Having front wing damage and it's gonna. Oh, he had such a great comeback, but now is gonna have to pit, go for the hard tires and lose a lot of time. And tables have turned again for the McLaren drivers. Meanwhile, Floricello improving on fastest lap again. And Floricello just keeps extending his gap actually. Already more than 12 seconds on Bosmos. Men like Donkey 3 seconds behind in a total of 15 seconds. Well, meanwhile, Miltura, Billy Misu, and Matchup have pitted. Let's see where they end up. All pitting for hard tires. And the race leader Floricello is now pitting. Yeah, Bosmos and men like Donkey do the same. And this gives the race lead to Maggot. Oh, but it's Ahmed with the overtake and he's back into P1 where he started the race. Probably for a short while, but because he still has to pit. Let's see what Floricello can do. Yeah, already with the overtake on Maggot. So Maggot's lead of the race was just like for 200-300 meters, and after that already losing 2 positions. And we have Floricello closing in on Ahmed, and he seems to be in a very comfortable position. He knows Ahmed still has to pit, and car behind him as well. Baggett's still not coming in. So his biggest threat actually is Alexandru, who is 9 seconds away. Nearly with the overtake. Is 9 seconds away. But in all the tires. Jesse Jeff with the pit. Chiller really looking where the gap is, but Emmett is defending very well. Meanwhile, Alexander picks up another penalty. Ahmed still holding off Larichello. Oh, and now he's pitting, and yeah, Ahmed pitting, Maggot pitting, Bergen up 16. Gives the lead back to Larichello and gives P2 back to Alexandru. 8 seconds behind now. Bosmot's into P3. And also very well done, Zatomic in P4. But Zatomic will probably have to pit because I can't see him doing more than 30 laps on those hard tires. Zatomic P4 and I'm like Donkey into P5. Followed closely by Marius Daniel. Ahmed in P7 had such a promising race until the drive-thru. So let's see where he can end up. Probably gain a few positions because I think Marius Daniel still needs to pit as well as Atomic, so I see him at least getting in top 5 position. Although Rika is close behind him. But meanwhile, Atomic is moving in a bit on Bosmot. He is within a second, so maybe, well, I guess these laps will last for another 5 laps at least before they start to drop off. So maybe he can get a pass, maybe even build a small gap and then pit. Ooh, so Atomic nearly loses it there. And he's too far back now. Is now also out of the DRS range. Let's have a look at Matt Chip, who is starting his second comeback. Only 4 tenths behind Billy Misu. Well, Ahmed improves on the fastest lap. It's very clear that Matchup breaks so much later than Billy Misu. Probably go for the overtake on the straight if he has a decent exit, but Billy Misu's exit seems better. But yeah, overtake, DRS. Yeah. Should be a simple overtake. Let's see if Matchup can score a few points. Well, meanwhile, if you look at Ahmed, who just posted the fastest lap, he is closing in quickly with Marius Daniel in the Alfa Romeo. Bosmat's improves in the fastest lap now. And here comes Ahmed. They're very easy to take on the straight. And Satomic is in the pack. Will probably go for mediums. Yes, he is. He drops quite a few places. Ahmed back into P5. We'll try to close the gap now to men like Donkey. Well, Matchup posts the fastest lap. So both McLarens on the run towards points or podium. But Matchup is still 10 seconds away from points. Ahmed is 8 seconds away from the podium. Alright, we have Andre Ivan, who is within a second of Miltera. Marius Daniel has his second pit stop, and it really seems that the two-stop strategy is the slowest strategy. Because look at where he's falling back to. All the way down to P13, right ahead of Matchup. Let's see if he can hold Matchup off. He's on fresher tires, softer tires, so he has the advantage, but well, if Matchup goes mad, he's nearly unstoppable, as we've seen him do before. In pre-season, in C5 in the Asia Cup, he showed amazing racecraft and pace, so let's see what he can do. Meanwhile, back at the front, and my apologies if the race leader is not as much on having screen time as he could get, but he is just having an easy lead and is up for an easy win with 11 seconds ahead of Alexandru. So there's not really a battle for the lead, and I have to be careful what I say, because I've seen this before. I've seen Ben bidding it in the lead before into C3. We've seen Satomic bidding the lead into pre-season in C3, so it's never done until the finish line. But his lead is quite comfortable. It's 11.67 now. Well, Bosmat is pretty close behind Alexander, fighting for P2. While I was talking about the race leader, it was Atomic who paces the fastest lap on his fresh mediums, and is now closing in really fast on Florian. Florian probably gonna go to the end on his what happened there? We have a yellow in turn 2. No retirement, but still. Yeah, is it Atomic with the pass for P8 on Florian. And Andre Ivan pitting again? Yeah. With 10 laps to go, are you going to go medium or are you going to go gamble on softs? Softs. It's a stretch, but probably a good chance on getting fastest lap soon. Lurch still all the way into last position after having a horrible start with damage and losing the car one or two more times. Mission impossible for him to get some points unless a few cars ahead of him are retiring, or maybe a safety car could help him. Well, there's yellow, who knows? And it's Bossmod spinning! Bossmod's in trouble! Oh dear. It's a virtual safety car, so sorry alerts for that, but no safety car for you. So your chance of a comeback is very, very marginal. Bossmod's there losing a lot of positions with his error. And giving P3 podium position to men like Donkey now. And also Ahmed closing in on the podium, only 2 seconds away now. While Rico is in P5, hoping for some good points. Mac in P6, Atomic P7, Florian P8. And Matt Chip, how far are you off? Still only a few seconds away from some good points. So far what we're seeing, everyone doing a 2 stops. Top is slower. Or falling back, you know. So Atomic had to do the 2 stop because of damage early on, but if you look at Marius Daniel and Andre Ivan, who came out pretty bad due to the strategy. Bossmod's had to do 2 stop because of damage. And here's Lurch having pitted for mediums. I would have probably done. Oh, and Bossmod is pitting again. Or is he serving a drive-through? Well, probably a drive-through. But what a horrible end of this race. Well, he was in such a good position fighting for the podium. Oh, and is off track. Oh, spins it. Bossmod, you are doing fine, but now you're just making a mess of it. Alright. Back to where the fights are. It's Ahmed, meanwhile, in P3, having passed men like Donkey. Missed that due to all the shambles Bossmod was in. So back on the podium position after being there for quite a while and having to drive through. It's a very good comeback for him. Ben like Donkey in P4, Rick in P5, Zatomic. And you just posted purple sector 1. A bit of a lock up there. Zatomic on the search for P5. On the much fresher tires and softer compound, so he should be much faster, and P5 should be possible for him. But he goes in? this is completely unexpected, but and it seems, oh yeah, we didn't get this mentioned, but it seems like Stomach serving a drive-through as well, giving up a good position is all from falling back for P6 to P12. Probably speeded during the virtual safety car, and is now right behind Matchup. And we have a yellow. Bosman's retired. Wow, from having a great race on the podium to well, finishing early. And now it's a safety car. Well, Lurch, I called for it. This is your chance, Lurch. With just 5 laps to go, and you've just pitted, so you won't have to pit anymore. Okay, who's taking a risk now? It's Ahmed who's pitting. It's men like Donkey who is pitting. What is Riker doing? Riker isn't, and Riker is going to move up to P3. Maggot is pitting, and well, this is going to make the race really interesting. Ahmed and men like Donkey going for the softs. Maggot probably as well. Is this? Oh, this is gonna make the sprint really interesting. All the guys pitting now are going for softs. Meltura, Maggot, Marizaniel, Zolnik as well. Yeah, so softs, Jesse Jav, Billy Misu. Oh, Lurch pitting as well. Going for the fresh shot. I thought he was just in the medium as well. Lurch is probably a lap down, so it won't really matter. Floricello is pitting out as 2, so what is Alexandru going to do? He has a 17-second gap behind him. Oh, Maggot. Drive through. Oh dear. Alexandru decides not to pit, so probably inherits the lead. Yeah, he inherits the lead, but he is an old, hard tires. Well, Vercello will be right behind him with fresh shots, and Rika is not pitting as well, and is taking a guess. Florian is pitting, but probably a lap too late, because this gives Abbott. Yeah, he's going to move up. P4, back to Ahmed on his fresh shots. And it puts a lot of drivers who just pitted back into the race for podium. Oh! Ahmed just spun and lost him. Gee, Ahmed is hit by Ericsson. Oh dear. And again the McLaren tables have turned because again Magic is ahead of Ahmed, and it's a crazy race. So we have a race leader in Alexandru, who is probably hoping that this safety car stays out as long as possible, with just 4 laps to go after this, because he has the lead, but he's on much harder tire and much older. Faricello will have an easy takeover. And driver in third, Rika, same for him. Also on the hard tires. Well, meanwhile, Ahmed probably has damage and pitted, so losing lots of positions again. So a matchup with another comeback. Yes, he is in P5 now, but he is on older hearts, 15 lap old hearts, so this is going to be crazy. Alright guys on YouTube, tell me who's going to win this sprint race. Let's see where Lurch is. Oh, Lurch, yeah, see, Lurch is a lap behind and he's overtaking cars? Is he allowed to? Safety car is coming in this lap and it's just shame they didn't lap Lurch unlap himself. That would have put him in a good position, but let's see what Alexandra is going to do. Yeah, I agree, Ben. It's probably going to be Faricello because he's in a brilliant position with the one car ahead of behind him who is on all the hards while he's on fresh soft. So, oh, but this overtake should be, well, maybe not this one right away, but it should be quite easy. What is Ricker doing? Is Ricker going to take a risk? Is he going to be involved in a fight? And man like Donkey is there as well. Man like Donkey with the pass on Ricker. And Alexander is still on the lead. Oh, Blargella very, very close there. Both Romanians fighting for the lead. And well, we've seen in the Formula 2 race this last Saturday that in a crazy scenario like this with Tsunoda and Islet, well, everyone thought Islet was going to win. He wasn't, because he couldn't pass the leader who was on all the harder tires. Here comes Laricello. And he does it. He takes the lead. Man like Donkey still in third with... Oh, yeah, I was just confused for a second with this racing point, what he's doing there, but that's Lurch unlapping himself. But man like Donkey in third, Ricker in fourth, then there's quite a big gap. Of course, it's matchup on these old hard tires, holding up the field. So we have all Pele's 3, 4, 5 wheel drivers, and Miltera now into P5. That is well done. And if Matchup can hold the others up a bit, this is looking good for Miltera. He might even go to... Oh, Jeff retired. Incident there with the Red Bull driver. Well, meanwhile, Maggott's in the pits. Lurch in P15. Flaherty in the lead. 1 second away ahead of Man Like Donkey. And there's Alexander and Riker on these hot tires. I say, Miltera marries Danielle, looking very, very good for this podium position. Because, although it's only 1 lap after this, but... And it's 3 seconds, so... Oh, it's a spin! It's a spin! Marries Danielle spins! Matchup gets a penalty. Oh boy. What a mess. And this might give Alexander the podium after all with Riker within a second. This is the last lap. Oh, what a crazy race has this been with so many comebacks, setbacks. But it was a mobman who was dominant. It was Vlaricello. And I'm not sure how many penalties he have. But it's Man Like Donkey in second. Is trying to do everything he can to get into P. P1, followed closely by Lurch, but he's a lap behind. Alexander in P3, Rika in P4, Miltira in P5 with quite a gap. It's nearly 5 seconds. Ahmed fighting and looking for the gap to pass him and go for P5. So Tomic now back into P7, Florian into P8, Bellamy in P9. Matchup losing so many positions, and Shiv just pitted for the softer tires into P10, might even lose it to Andre Ivan. Well, back to the lead, it's Vlaricello in the chicane, 2-second lead of Men Like Donkey. And who has the fewest penalties? I've seen Men Like Donkey win it before by having fewer penalties. And what is it today? It's Men Like Donkey! I just said it. I've seen it in Hungary, season 5. He did it this way. Oh, it's Riker even in second. Oh, Vlaricello, he must be gutted because, oh, he thought he had a win. Loses it on penalties because of the safety car, and the safety car gives Men Like Donkey a win. What a surprise win for him. Riker in second, Vlaricello in third, Alexander in fourth. Oh, well, what a dramatic finish. What a dramatic finish is this. Driver of the day, Men Like Donkey. Yo, well, yeah, sure. Sure, driver of the day. If you manage to pull off a win like this, amazing. And I've said it before. Ali, as he's called, Men Like Donkey. If there is a late safety car, if there's a lot of people with penalties, count on him coming out on the podium or even on top. He's done it before, he's doing it now, winning his first race of the season in the Ferrari, ahead of Rika. And Vlaricello dropping down to third thanks to his 6 cents of a penalty. And Men Like Donkey even had a penalty, but just one. And Rika had 0 penalty. Okay, so the final race result: Men Like Donkey, Rika, Vlaricello on the podium, and we have Alexander, Ahmed, Miltira, Zatomic, Florian, Billy Misi, and Marius Daniel in the points. Then we have 11th is Matchit, Andre Ivan, Maggot, Lurch in P14, and retired Jeffy Jeff, Boss Mods, and Billy. Wow, this was a exciting race, but with a great end to it. Unfortunately, the man who dominated, Vlaricello, couldn't take home the win due to the safety car. But congratulations to the podium finners and all who did well. What a race! I want to thank you all for watching tonight. And I hope to see you next week for Series 3. Well, meanwhile, we have tomorrow, we have the always exciting C2. We have C4 that is more competitive than ever, and on Thursday we'll be having C5 and C6. So I hope to see you all soon in one of those races, and good night for now.